I saw another need as far as bringing the country together, police and communities together, and I also saw that just retraining the current police officers wasn't effective. They were trying that, but it wasn't effective. So I resorted back to the word where it says you can't put new wine in the old wineskins, right? So it was like we have to start with a new generation with this showing compassion to people as police officers. 2016, I remember it was all over the internet. It was social media about this disconnect between police and community. And you just saw all these tragic stories and incidents to where, police officers killing young black men, while at the same time you had the other side in communities, they were disrespecting police. So the way I saw it, I could see it from both sides of frustration. I didn't like that, you had young men being gunned down the street, but at the same time, the whole story wasn't painted for the consumer, right? They would just give you a snippet of the person being gunned down, but didn't talk about that person may have had access to a gun. So I just wanted to see how could we come together and figure out a better way to serve the people while at the same time giving respect to police officers. The way I see our youth today and our next generation, and I say millennials and on back, they will get involved. They will make change. They believe in standing up for something. So that's why I like rolling with youth, because they love doing things. So I was like, this is an opportunity for us to rise up and change this nation, starting here in Apex, North Carolina. So David Brown was at a press conference and they asked him, what does he think? What is the change? And he said,
and I just ask for other parts of our democracy, along with the free press, to help us serve your community. We're hiring. We're hiring. Get off that protest line and put an application in. And we'll put you in your neighborhood and we will help you resolve some of the problems you're protesting about.
And I thought that was a powerful statement, because people are complaining, but they're not willing to be a part of the solution. So my idea was, let's get more people from communities that historically have maybe hated the police or been in fear of the police. This police officer position, assignment, is a very noble career, and you can make impact, you can make change, and you can change the things that you're complaining about. That's what I want to do. I want to get more people from communities that had this view of police officers, get more people in uniform and help them be a part of that change. And we have some success stories to support that.
Hi, how's it going, everybody? My name is Dylan Hayes. I am the producer for the trailer of the documentary you just saw. Blue Lights is the working title, and I just want to take a quick moment to explain what the documentary is about, why you should get involved, and who I am and what I've been up to. The documentary follows the students of Blue Lights College, a 2-year school in Apex, North Carolina. The school is like a preparatory college that you attend to get your criminal justice degree before you go on into policing. The voice of the man in the trailer is that of now Mayor Jacques Gilbert. While the problems he seeks to amend through the college are complex and, above any of our pay grades as individuals, he feels like a lot of them can be at least amended through education and through awareness. His model for a school is fascinating, and there's so little that I can show in a trailer like that, but there's so much footage we have shot. It is so crazy. This is just one of those, you just can't pass up on this one. You just can't. The college is not a Christian school, but it kind of is. It's so hard to explain. I'm not aware of any other school that operates the way this one does. It is fascinating. He talks a lot about faith and policing, as if like, well, what does that mean? Well, wouldn't you like to know? I've got hours sitting down with him, going over his philosophy, not only of policing, but of education in policing and the role that he believes faith plays. I myself am a secular deist, however, he is a devout Christian, and so I feel like I have a unique ability and perspective in this situation to portray the school and their activities at an educational level, where perhaps if a more religious person were involved in producing the documentary, it might come out looking like a propaganda film. You're not going to get that. You're going to get a very clean look at how the school operates, and we're sitting right there in the classroom. It's as if you were sitting right there listening to his lectures. And yes, he does teach the first semester, and that's the one we follow. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool stuff. He's an interesting guy. It's different. I'll give you an idea of where we're at in the production. 80 to 90% of this thing has already been shot. We're practically almost done actually filming it. The big trouble is editing. Thankfully, donations have been provided through the college in order for us to film to date, but we're still short of our budget. We're still short, and that's just how these things work, right? But we do need to get this thing edited. We need to get it finished. We need to get it marketed. We need to get it distributed, and it needs to get on platforms where people can see it. That has to happen, and so that's why I'm here today. The reason you should care about this documentary and the reason that you should get involved is if you have any interest or involvement whatsoever in social issues like this, then you need voices like his to be heard. If you're a Christian, or if you're more conservative, or if you're more agnostic or atheistic, or if you're more liberal, or if you find yourself on either extreme, or if you find yourself dead center, like your favorite political commentator, you know, this is it. This is your chance to actually bring a real person acting out real solutions in the real world. This is a real school with actual students participating in it, and they are going to be going out and joining the police force. This is a big deal. This is not a normal situation. You need to see what this guy's been up to and what this school is all about. It is so different. There's nothing quite like what's happening right now in Apex, North Carolina. And I don't have to explain the political relevance of the situation. It's not my fault things are out of control, right? However, I too want to be the change that I want to see in the world. And so I accepted the opportunity straight away and hopped right on getting this documentary shot when others necessarily weren't willing to. And I can't say enough how happy I am that I did, because this is the real thing. This is the real thing. That's the thing too, is I don't necessarily subscribe to political ideologies on either extreme. I understand that the far left has their own proclivities about people of color and representation, and I mean, you name it. And then you got the far right, and there's no helping them, you know. They're doing their own thing, right? So anyone else in this situation would have put in their own bias into the production. They just wouldn't have been able to help it. But thankfully, I get the opportunity to just sit back and to capture things, and just as transparent as you can get. You're getting a clean window into this world that Jacques Gilbert has created, and the students' lives who are kind of caught up in it, but also have chosen to participate. And yeah, it's pretty something special. I've had the pleasure of working with very many talented people behind the scenes in a directorial position. I've had the pleasure of working with Tom Lancaster, who is an actor and writer, and he is SAG, so it's been awesome to have his perspective. And then I've also had the chance to work with Stuart Nelson, who is himself a documentary filmmaker, who also shoots other things. We've worked together before, so being able to work on a project like this together is pretty incredible. He's Hollywood sound, so if that means anything to you, then you'll know that that's the kind of talent that we've been able to bring to this sort of thing. I've also had the pleasure of working with a young man named Mikael. He is an unbelievably skillful colorist and lighting, I would say. He wouldn't say expert, but I would, right? He's incredibly talented, and without his help, I don't know. I don't know how the production values would not have been as good as they are. So we're really fortunate to have unbelievable skill and experience behind this team. And so it's been crazy. It's been just crazy. I think the marketing and the film festival showings are going to be just, people are going to eat this stuff up. So we have to make sure this gets done before the semester starts, and absolutely at the very worst before the election, because this kind of content, this kind of media is just the kind of thing that people really want to see. And so now it's in your hands. Now you have the opportunity to make sure that that happens. And you know, I defer to you. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for your interest. And please, by all means, anything you can, it's up to you. And if not, spread this around, share this video, retweet, post it on Facebook, get it out there. People need to know that this documentary has almost already been made, unlike all this other stuff where, oh, give me $5 and I'll make you a potato salad. Unlike all of those guys, we actually have something shot, and all we need to do is just finish shooting and edit it, and obviously get the finalizations done and take it to distribution. Anyway, no potato salad here, folks. We got a full-fledged feature-length documentary film, and it is up to you for it to get made. So whatever you want to do, again, thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you guys, and have a great year. Peace out.